Hello there, and welcome to the Star Wars Showcase YouTube channel. This time around for our custom showcase, we are going to be looking at a Hoth Rebel Sullustan that I put together using one of the Hoth Rebel Trooper Black Series figures, as well as some custom 3D printed parts. So let's get into it. So for some background and scene setting, Sullustans first made their appearance in Star Wars Return of the Jedi. As you can see here, we've got Lando's co-pilot Nien Nunb, who quickly became a fan favorite and was actually featured as part of the original Kenner line. There was a little 5 points of articulation action figure made for him. And over the years, we've seen more and more Sullustans start to make their appearances, most recently within the Star Wars Battlefront 2 video game. As you can see here, there were Sullustan skins made for the different Rebel classes. Here we've got the Endor variant, and my personal favorite, we've got the Hoth Rebel Trooper. So after a bit of brainstorming and hunting around for parts, I was able to put this guy together and wanted to offer you some tips on how to make one of your own. As you can probably imagine, our base body here is going to be made out of the Black Series Hoth Rebel Soldier. This figure was first released on the 40th anniversary packaging like you see here, and later got a re-release on the Blue Galaxy packaging, and can be found on Amazon for under $20 right now. So this is definitely a little bit more on the affordable side of things. Now, the most important part for this is of course going to be our head sculpt. And for this, I turned to the Scoundrels Stock storefront. They've got a great selection of different 3D printed head sculpts as well as action figure accessories. And I found this nice Sullustan head sculpt for about $10. And so definitely on the affordable side, and it's got some really sharp detail for you to work with. So that name again is Scoundrels Stock. Just give them a search on Google and it'll be one of your first options. And once you have your parts all ready, it's a pretty easy build for this guy. I do recommend with that 3D printed head sculpt that you'll first want to put a layer of spray primer on there. I did mine in black. And then you'll do anywhere from 2 to 4 thin layers of paint as you're doing up that head sculpt. Sullustans have a pretty easy layout there. You'll have probably kind of a peachy kind of cream skin tone, as well as maybe a darker tan. And then a brown for kind of the pilot's headpiece that he's wearing. And that together is really all it takes, along with a little bit of black for the eyes. And so this is a great project for newer painters who are looking to get their feet wet. And for mine here as well, I did just kind of a light white dry brush on the very end, just to kind of simulate a little bit of that snowy effect. For this guy, I did remove the little scarf that comes with the Rebel Trooper just to accommodate the size of the head. And the goggles don't really fit his eyes, so I threw them underneath just to fit as a nice accessory. In terms of securing your head, you can take a little bit of putty just to make sure that the head sculpt fits on that ball joint. You can also do as I do and use a little bit of hot glue as well as Vaseline so that the head stays in place and still kind of offers you that articulation. As a caution, please always be careful when working with hot glue. Definitely easy to burn yourself. But that in total is all it really takes to put one of these guys together. Definitely an easy custom, but definitely also a fun one to really add some depth to your troopers, as well as get some of those fun rebel alien species to help build out your scenes or your different displays. So I definitely recommend this as a project for newer collectors who are looking to kind of dip their toes into the world of customizing, as this project is both affordable and lets you try out some of the very basic skills without being too overly complex or difficult. So let me know your thoughts on this project. If this is one that you're interested in trying out, one that you have tried out, if you have any different tips or tricks or suggestions, would love to see what everyone's working on. And please feel free to leave those down in the comments below.